Okay, making another video. My hair is a mess. I don't care. Oh well. Don't have my glasses on either. Oh well. But anyway, it hasn't been too long since I made my last video. Oh man, I'm tired. I should go to bed. It is 3:30 a.m. But anyway, I wanted to make this video because Sanford does not want to give me a driver's test because I haven't improved a lot since I took it the first time. You know, how can you improve a lot when you don't lose a lot after I had my stroke, you know? I mean, I can do almost pretty much everything for myself. I don't need someone to cook for me, clean my apartment. Well, that'd be nice if someone would, but, you know, I don't have someone to do that. I don't have someone cook for me, clean, you know. I can do my meds if I wanted to. I've got someone who does that, but I don't need them to do it. You know, I can walk. I can walk myself. There's a couple of concessions for people who are paralyzed on one side of their body. You know, they've got a knob on the steering wheel so people can use, you know, be able to use one arm without steer with one hand, you know, with one arm, and a foot pedal to be able to use for those who can't use one of their legs. But I don't need that. I don't need that at all. You know? I don't need either one of them. Why? Because I can obviously use both sides of my body. You know? Come on. This is ridiculous. You know? It shouldn't be how much I've improved. You know? If there's, you know, what do they want me to do? Be a lot better than I was before I had the stroke, or better? I can't do that. That isn't going to happen. That is not going to happen. You know? That is not, I'm not going to be better than I was before I had the stroke. You know? So I can't improve a lot from what I am now. You know? It just doesn't make any sense, you know? You know, improvement should not be the standard. Should not be the standard if I can take the test or not. Driving test to get my license back or not. It should be functionality. I'm already high functioning. So why, you know, that's one point, you know. I'm already high functioning. I'm already can take care of myself, you know. So, you know, if you can high function, you know, and I just barely missed the test the first time, you know, and it was 7 months, one day short of 7 months since the last time I had driven, you know. That's the point. My point number 2 is you take almost anybody, make them wait almost 7 months, and then stick them behind the wheel of a car and tell them to drive. They're not going to be perfect. They're going to be rusty. they're not going to drive. Like, you know, you'll get a good number of people that are rusty at it, you know, but you have them practice driving for a half an hour, then the next time you see them, you have them come back and to give them the test, and they'll pass it, you know. And that's what happened, you know, that didn't happen to me. But if you put me behind the wheel of a car, you know, I'll be able to drive, you know, without making the same mistake I did the last time, which was going over close to the center line or over it a little bit. It's like, come on. That's the only reason why I failed it the first time, you know. And even the person at the VA hospital who was occupational rehab, even she said I was high functioning, you know. And they're not going to give me the test because I didn't improve a lot? It's like, I can't improve a lot. That's, you know, can I be better than I was before I had the stroke? No. Am I ever going to be as good as I was? You know, close to, you know, am I ever going to be back to as good as I was when I had the stroke? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe not. But it's just, you know, like I said, that should not be the standard. It should be functionality. If I couldn't take care of myself, if I couldn't do a lot of things for myself, you know, then all of a sudden I could, and you'd give me the test because of that? Oh man, come on. You know, if I was almost completely disabled and then I was just almost able to, I was to the point where I could barely walk. I could walk with a walker, you know. Then you'll give me the test because of that? That's stupid. That is just stupid. Oh, you've improved a lot, so we give you the test. No. No. If I'm high functioning, you know, when you're high functioning and you just miss the test, just a little bit of practice and thinking about what you did wrong the first time is what's going to make the difference. You know? It's like, come on. You know? But anyway. Oh, man. Later on, I'm going over to Sanford and go and talk to the person themselves and go, look, I don't think, you know, I think I could take the test today and do well enough to pass it. You know? It's like, come on. You know? I understand there's things I can't do as well as I could. You know? Physically, I can't do as much as I could before I had the stroke. You know? But, you know, give me the test to prove that I can drive. You know? Give me the test and I'll prove that I am good enough to be able to drive. But I don't know, maybe I'll make another video after I get back. Oh, God. Oh, man. I mean, what do they want me to do? Be better than I was before I had the stroke? No. You know, that's not gonna happen. It's like, oh man. It just doesn't make any sense. They give the driving test to people who are paralyzed on one side of their body. And they give them concessions for it. But they're not going to give it to me, even though I can, obviously you can see I can use both sides of my body. And I can walk and take care of myself. And they're not going to give it to me because I haven't improved a lot. Oh, that's just stupid. What do they want from me? You know, I'll pay for the test myself. They don't have to, you know, I don't know. It's government and no, it's actually not the government. It's actually Sanford probably wanting me to go to physical therapy and pay for it. That's probably what they want. Oh, go through driving physical, you know, go through the physical therapy or the driving thing that they have. Well, they never told me that they had this, you know. If it helped me get my driver's license back, you know, if it had helped me get my driver's license back a long time ago, I would have gone to a few times to do that, to go, hey, see, I can do this, I can, you know, I can drive, I can react fast enough, I can see things and react to them in a timely manner, you know. I don't know. Oh, it's just stupid not to understand that and to not give me the test because I haven't improved enough. You know. I mean, it should be functionality. If you can't take care of yourself and you can barely walk, why on earth should you be able to take a driving test? You know, think about it. You know, you can't take care of yourself. Everybody has to take care of you. You know. You know, doesn't make any sense. You know. But anyway, I mean, and when I first took the test, I had someone cooking for me. I had somebody cooking for me. I had somebody clean my room. I had somebody give me my meds. You know, and since then I don't need any of them. I've got someone who does my meds, but I don't need her to do it for me. I could do my meds for myself. Put my meds in the box, you know, in the boxes. They should be daily boxes, but anyway, it's just yeah, just tired of this crap. It's like, come on, give me my license back so I can get on with my life. I can get and go out and get a job so I can get back to the way things were before I had my stroke. You know, there'll probably never be completely back to normal, but I understand that, you know, your life changes completely after you have a stroke. When you have a stroke, your life is never going to be the same. You know, never. Ever, you know. And it's just how much, you know, how much you get back. If you get back a lot or you get back next to nothing. Well, I had to work awfully hard in physical therapy at the VA hospital to be able to walk again. You know. I had to do a lot to be able to do that. You know, to be able to do that again. And I was never paralyzed on one side or the other. You know, I was never, oh crap, I need some to drink. Forgive me for getting something to drink, but I needed to get something to drink. You know, I never had a lot of the problems that people do who have strokes. You know, so by the time I left the VA hospital, you know, I was doing a lot of things I did before I had the stroke. You know, and that's the way I was when I went to Lisbon, to the Veterans Home in Lisbon, North Dakota. You know, I had 3 jobs. I worked in food service for a while. I handed out money to people who wanted bingo, handed out dollar bills. You know, and I cleaned and I set up for chapel, for church services. Okay. Sorry about that. But, you know, so it's like, come on. You know, I don't know. I mean, what does Sanford do? Want to try to get as much money out of me as possible? Make me take the test 1,000,000 times before I pass it? You know? Say, oh no, they would give me the test if they wanted to do that. But, oh man. I mean, if I made the same mistakes I did when I failed the test the first time, then fine, then I shouldn't get my driver's license. But if I don't, and I don't make any new mistakes, then give me my license. Come on, that's all I'm asking for. What's wrong with that? You know, this is ridiculous. They'll make concessions for people who are paralyzed on one side, and I'm not, and they won't give me the test. Oh, they're just stupid. That is just stupid to do that. You know? Even the occupational therapist said I was high functioning. Okay, then I can't improve a lot from where I am now, where I was when I left. You know? I can't. That is not going to happen. So give me the darn test then. Or give me my license. Yeah, oh man, tired. Oh man. I don't know. Tired. Need some more to drink. Either. But anyway, time to go.